Hello Choro fans, we have another neat one to come in. This is a Nissan Skyline van with the Nissan service delivery kind of livery, the red, white, and blue. So this is an older one from 2003 it says here. And let's take a look here. There's some pictures of it at the back. Oh, I guess it is a gimmick this time around. The trunk opens. Alright. Oh, there's some stickers here as well. Okay, let's see. Or maybe they're decals? Probably stickers being a toy. What's weird is there's stickers of motor oil, stickers of boxes, stickers of tires, and stickers of a toolbox. Oh, I see. There's a rectangle in there. I see. Alright, so let's get rid of this. There's an interesting service station graphic, but it's part of the base card, so you have to cut it out with some scissors, I guess. But you could probably cut that out and put it behind in this case. Maybe I'll do that later. Although I don't really display these in this case. This case that's really big, also unnecessarily large. It's also yellowed because it's, you know, decades old. Well, close to a couple decades old. Alright, so let's get this out because I think it will apply one of these. Well, let's compare it to these photographs first. Here's a side view. It's not the same vehicle. I couldn't find any pictures of, you know, this van with this red, white, and blue and actually saying that. But at least this is red, somewhat white and blue. Sorry. Do what I can. Here's a rear view. Yeah, so the taillights are printed on here. This one's got some modified wheels though. And here's the front view, again with modified wheels. I'm gonna guess at some point in time the person switched the wheels, obviously. Okay. So let's take a look now at this guy. So it's running these like hubcaps, kind of stamped steel wheels. Granted, the hubcaps aren't on the center of the stamped steel wheels, but I think it's fitting. You know, they look like classic wheels in an old car. The printing of the graphics is really nice because it's tampo printed. They're not decals. Yeah. So those are transparent windows, just really dark to try to hide the motor. The front end, we have some painted headlights. The grill's nicely painted. And then this casted in bumper is also painted silver. A little overrun though there. I don't know what these are. Nope, those are supposed to be turn signals, but they're not painted white. So that's too bad. Let's see, there's a lip here for the chin spoiler. This side, yeah, there's a casting mark where it's pulled off the plastic sprue. I think the fuel filler door outline is right here. Then yeah, a little bit of red, not enough red though for this taillight, so that's too bad. Some indications here of what I don't know because I don't see them on the real photograph. I'd imagine there must be reflectors on a certain year. Little exhaust tip here, and then yeah, it says 2003, and your smoked base so you can see the motor operating there. Okay, a little coin holder so you can do wheelies if you wanted to, and then oh, that's a little flexible, that coin holder. So the trunk is also made of clear plastic and well painted. And then, yeah, so there's just this blank spot that you're supposed to put the sticker on. The question is, what do we want to be carrying? I think it makes no sense to have that because you just have a bunch of gray. That's taking up a lot of space. That's not so much. That's I think I'm going to go with the motor oil because it also matches the red, white, and blue. So, pleasantly, I happen to have this pick in my hand. So that'll make up application a little bit easier. Let's see, I want to start somewhere around there. Alright, well, darn it, still not horizontal. Oh well, too late. I don't care. It's a toy. Okay, so that's cool. Now I'm hauling motor oil. So this is a really good one. Oh, it's also got some painted on wiper blades, although they're magically floating. It's definitely one of the better Choro-Qs. I'm kind of getting from my experience here that these RGQs, the real gimmick ones, they might be better than the modern Zeros. It's because they have a lot of printed on details. And then if you like these opening features, you know, they have that. I don't think the ChoroQ Zeros, the current production ones, I haven't seen one yet that has an opening feature. It's funny because I don't like opening panels on my regular 164s because of this. That's so unsightly. That's actually pretty tight though. But it also, on the rear of a car, it doesn't really bother me because I don't look at it from the rear very often. But anyway, so I don't mind the opening panels on these cartoonish cars. Although I still say it'd probably be better without it. Okay, anyways, let's take a... We're gonna do a wheel swap here. I like this thing enough. You know what, let me show you why I'm gonna do a wheel swap first. And that means we're gonna compare with the other vehicles. We'll mix up the order today. It's funny, I seem to be reproducing my 164 scale collection, my regular models, I'm recollecting them all, but in cartoon form. This is by a TLV to make a limited vintage, and it's a pretty nice model. It's got a pretty colorful interior, also painted on wiper blades, which does bother me on a realistic looking model. It doesn't bother me on a cartoon though. Okay, so it also has stamped steel wheels. Alright, now the reason why I'm going to swap these out is I have some other ChoroQ Skylines of this Hakasoka style. Here's a road going version. Same wheels, just black. Here's a race car version. Same wheels, just black. And then here's a different race car version which I 3D printed Watanabe F8 wheels on. So this is obviously unique, but these three all have the same molded wheels. And that's not cool. I can't have too much identicalness here. Even all of them, they all look nice because they're all classic Skylines. But that's why I'm going to swap these out. So, let me move this aside now. Let's get this thing open and put on some other JDM wheels here, kind of like that guy did with his photographs. Alright, so that came apart easily. Pop these out here. I'm going to pop in a motor that I took the rear axle out of, or actually I just took the whole mechanism out. Mount this back. Use a hand screwdriver so I don't strip out the plastic thread. Back it out till I find the thread, and then we can go in. Alright. So these wheels are called ATS wheels. That's all I found on the internet. I do a search every now and then for JDM wheels, and these are listed as, you know, a Google search result. And I think they're like classic looking, but obviously they're not stamped steel. They're actually like alloy wheels that kind of look like stamped steel. But I think it's going to work on this classic Skyline. Yeah, I like it. It still looks classic, but not standard. Alright, so I'm using Potafix Pro Putty to mount these things. And I'm wondering if I'm going to make this thing steer a little bit actually. So that's the great thing about this putty. You can make quick changes. So if I'm steering, just go like that. Right, so that's good. And it's ugly on the bottom, but you never see it from the top, so it doesn't bother me. I'm going to pinch the top tires, so I set some rear camber. Give it that crazy cartoon JDM style. we go. I like it. So now, actually, while I'm at it, you know, these two are too similar. Black wheels on the race car I think makes sense, and although the real GTR came with black wheels like this, I'm going to take these silver wheels, I think, and pop them on here. Yeah, well, why not? The front axle's simple enough. I'm just going to swap it out. This tab back here is a little more problematic than the first. There we go. I'll just pop this motor in from that first one. And where'd the silver wheel set go? Pop this in here. There, simple swap right there, nice and easy. Alright, everything's popped back. Can't find the thread, I don't want to cross thread it. There we go. Alright, so let's get them all back up on the spin thing. So these three, they actually are on the motors, so they can actually run, but obviously they don't look as cartoonish as using the putty, you know, so I tried to mix it up, but I prefer the putty method if I had to be honest with you guys. Alright, so that's it. Now I have four different Skyline Hakusokas with 4 different appearances. So let's do a little individual spin for this guy. Ooh, let's open up that trunk again. So this R2 unit is, I don't know, it's looking for motor oil. Coincidentally, in the Star Wars movie, that thing broke down, maybe because it didn't have enough motor oil. Alright guys, well, it's a great one. I like this one for sure. You know, Choro-Qs are definitely expensive. They make no financial sense at all compared to most other scale vehicles. They cost more than the die-cast ones, so yeah, this is definitely a limited group of people collecting these things, but if it's for you, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if not, well, just watch the normal reviews. Alright, thanks.